guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm so excited to be doing this for you guys because I'm going to be talking about some of the products that I have worked on when I was working at 100% Pure, and they are live and launched, and I just kind of wanted to share some backstories, what I did when specifically on the product, and just a different point of view on products and getting an insider's view on what the process is like from concept to finished good and selling online and selling in stores. It's such a surreal feeling when, for me at least, as a I consider myself just a normal person, and just seeing something that I worked really hard on when when everything was just an idea, and then, slowly you work with factories, labs, and, the rest of your team, and working with Susie and working with Rick and everyone, and then just having this product you put so much effort into come to life. It's such a cool feeling, and I just want to share some of the products that I worked on and just everything like that. But again, I do want to mention that I no longer work for 100% Pure. I was working there for about a year and a half in their product development department. Absolutely love it. I miss it all the time, and I do no longer work there. I work for John Masters Organics, but nevertheless, I still have so much love and respect and so much appreciation for the brand, and I am still a customer to this day. And as you guys know, I'm really good friends with Susie, and I just want to spread the love of 100% Pure. So let's just get started. So the first project that I worked on when I was just an intern at 100% Pure was the new makeup brushes, and these hold a very special place in my heart because these were the first products that I actually got to have a say in. I wasn't the lead on this project by any means, but I did have a good part in deciding on what types of brushes we were going to come out with and everything. What I appreciate Susie a lot is she really takes into consideration her employees and their opinions and their suggestions. And when it came to the brushes, I remember she asked me to list out all the brushes that, if you were just a beginner with makeup, what is the quintessential brushes you need to create a look. And I kind of knew on the top of my head, just by going through every step, like you need a foundation brush, you need a powder brush, you need an eyeshadow brush, different types of eyeshadow brushes, things like that. So I remember I created this very lovely Excel spreadsheet. I love Excel spreadsheets. And I had pictures of different heads, like brush heads that I thought would be really great, and all the different brushes, all the different functions of it, and slowly everything just started coming to life. Sorry, all these memories are coming up. I remember this came back from the factory in the lab, and this brush particularly came back, and I remember Susie was just spreading this all over her face. So anyways, whenever I see this brush, I think of Susie. She loves huge, fluffy, soft brush. And these brushes are incredibly soft considering that they are vegan, they are not animal haired, and they are made from recycled plastic bottles. And that's not something that's very common and a common ingredient that's used for brushes. You wouldn't think, oh, recycled plastic bottles, let's put this in a brush. But these are so incredibly soft for what they are, in my opinion, and you just have to try them. They feel so I can't speak. They feel so luxurious, and the handle is really substantial on all of them. And also, I love the color she chose. This is a very nuded pink, and if you know Susie, you know she absolutely loves pink. Pink is her favorite. But really quickly, I want to just say that this one was my favorite brush. This is the one I definitely pitched really hard. Contouring is one of the things that I do every single day. I just absolutely love it. And when it comes to contouring, this is my favorite brush to do it. It is the easiest brush to use. It's small enough where it's going to fit in the hollows of your cheekbones where you're trying to contour and chisel out. But it's still fluffy enough where it's not going to create that super harsh super harsh line. It's just going to diffuse it out. It blends super well too. If you don't really want to use this as a contour brush, you can definitely use this as a blending out brush and just diffusing your blush with your contour. I absolutely love this brush. It's the perfect size. It is the perfect everything, and I definitely put a lot of effort into this brush. If you ever buy these brushes, you'll notice that they have the name of the brush, powder, and then they have a number, a letter and a number attached to it. So the letter is just denoting what type of brush that's category it's for. So all the face brushes start with an F, all the eyeshadow brushes start with an E, all the lip brushes start with an L. Super simple. And then when it comes to the numbering system, it's all about just the size of the brush head, the amount of hair on it. So the powder brush is the F50 and the contour brush is the F30. So they're both face brushes denoting the F, and then the 30 is a lot smaller and the brush head is a lot smaller than the F50. So 50 is bigger. The bigger the number, the bigger the brush head. That is it for the brushes. Fun times creating these, you know. Coming to work every day and knowing you have a package full of makeup brushes is just such an exciting feeling in my opinion. So those were the makeup brushes. The second launch I want to talk to you guys about is the Second Skin concealers. So I remember I did not play a big part in I didn't play any role in the Second Skin foundation actually. This product it was definitely started way before I was an intern and then slowly developing while I was an intern and then launching. But the concealer was an extension from the Second Skin foundation because this did so well that they decided to come out with a concealer, which I thought was an awesome idea. I believe Susie already had the packaging figured out before I joined, so it was already going to be in a doe foot wand applicator like these. This is the actual product. What am I talking about? And the only thing I did really work on was the formulation of this. And I remember getting in lab samples of this and just flipping out about how lightweight and creamy this texture is. But it wasn't heavy. It does not feel heavy. It does not crepe and settle into your fine lines under your eye area. It is one of the most amazing concealer formulas I've ever tried. And it's honestly my favorite concealer formula of all time. It's only made with squalane and fruit pigment. So the difference is that there's a little bit more pigments in the concealer, which is why you're going to get more pigmentation. I would definitely consider this a medium coverage concealer. I personally don't think it's very buildable. I think once you start layering it on, it tends to look a little too heavy and starts to bunch up. But if all you really need is one really nice, light, thin layer, and the coverage of this and the pigmentation is so amazing, it will cover your dark circles, maybe not super intense ones, but it'll definitely cover up redness. There's a little bit of mica in here that'll just brighten up your under eyes. I don't recommend this for spot. If I had a pimple or a scar on my face, I probably wouldn't be using these concealers and it just wouldn't cover it as well. But for highlighting, triangles underneath your eyes, your nose, your chin, this is the best formula. It's so amazingly light. My colors that I like to use are cream. As you can see, I'll just show this on the back of my hand. The formula is so thin, but it's so nice. I usually just like to put this on underneath my eyes. It blends out like a dream too. Honestly, just seeing this on the back of my hand, I'm just super thin. You can't even see it, but it just melts. That's the best word for this. It literally melts into your skin and it just covers up the redness, but it doesn't look fake at all. It just has the best texture to it. I even use this in sand, and I will use this as my foundation instead of using a normal foundation because I love the coverage and texture and feel of this product so much. And it has such a natural finish. It's not super matte, but it's not super dewy. It's more of a demi-matte satin finish. Holy grail concealer. Such an amazing product. Absolutely love it. The next product I want to talk to you guys about is the Bamboo Blur Powder. Now this was a product that came straight from idea to concept I worked on. When Susie told me the idea that she wanted to create an HD powder, we definitely took that to heart and we're like, how do we make an HD powder that's natural? This only contains 100% bamboo silica, which I think is so amazing that this is such a natural product because a lot of other HD powders that are on the market right now, they do contain only silica like this product, but you don't know where that silica is coming from. It could be synthetic, it could be, it could be natural, but they're not claiming it to be natural, so most likely it's not. And this comes from bamboo. I just think it's such a cool and fascinating concept, but anyways, I did have a pretty big say when it came to the packaging concept of this. So this has a mesh sifter. So I don't want to say the applicator is not the right word, but the applicator, the opening is a mesh film. Instead of using your typical sifter, this is a very common packaging for a lot of different companies. It just has like a little plastic film and then holes inside of it. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This has a sifter, literally a mesh screen. And I think this is the best applicator for this product because it is so fine. It literally dissipates in the air if you were to just shake it out. And the best way to use this that I've found just by using the product over and over and over again when I was working on improving this formula is literally taking a damp beauty sponge. This is the 100% pure one. Tip side down and going straight into the product, pushing it down and then kind of shaking it or dispensing the product onto the makeup sponge and then going straight onto your face with it. Because if you were to use a really big, dense, puffy powder brush like this one and swirling and dusting it around, you'll notice that all the powder will go into the air, and then I feel like whenever I do that, none of the powder goes onto my face. It literally just disappears. So this way I know it's going straight onto my face. You'll start to have that kind of white look on your face, but what I do is I let this bake on my skin, and then I take a stippling brush like the 100% pure one, and then I'll go in with a powder of some sort, a colored powder, and just dust it away, or just literally just take a brush and just dust it away. This powder is a necessity when it comes to filming my videos. I feel like my skin does not look right if I don't use this product. It's an HD powder, so it really blurs the imperfections. Silica is a sphere, so the way light hits a sphere is different than it hits, you know, let's say a triangle or a square. There's no harsh edges on a sphere. It just diffuses light so effortlessly, and that's exactly what it does. It blurs the imperfections on your face, and this definitely does do that. It absorbs a lot of moisture because of the silica, so it is perfect for my oily skin people just like myself. It keeps you matte for a really long time throughout the day. I'm not saying it's going to keep you matte all day long. This is silica, so it will flash back in flash photography. So do not wear this if you know you're going to be taking a lot of photos with a lot of flash. If you're taking photos just like a selfie with no flash photography, nothing at night, then you're fine. You can wear this. But if you're going out with your friends, you know, and taking a lot of photos, if you're going out for like prom or some type of night event, I would stay clear away from this. I remember when I was going through the office and like showing all the girls about this product, because a lot of the guys at our company are just like, guys, they're just like, I don't know anything about makeup. I work in IT. But for the most part, all the girls are just like, they're just so excited about products. And so I would be literally running around like pouring this stuff on their hands and be like, this stuff is amazing, like try this out. Like I was so excited for this stuff to launch. And then last but not least is the Cocoa Butter Matte Lipsticks. These, why am I dropping everything? So these hold a very special place in my heart, because when I was brought on to the team, my director sat me down during my evaluation and even told me, like, the Cocoa Butter Matte Lipsticks are going to be your project. You're gonna own it, you're gonna lead it, you're gonna head this project. I mean, along with a bunch of other projects, but for the most part, this is going to be your project. And I was so up for the challenge. I was like, yes, give them to me. I'm going to make this amazing. And, you know, I put so much effort and work into this. You know, definitely, obviously, Susie and Summer. Summer is the director of product development at 100% Pure. Obviously, they did a lot of work too, but I just have so much, just such a special place for these bad boys in my heart. And this was definitely a concept to finish good when I was working there, and I was even there for the launch. So just being there, seeing these on the website, seeing these in store, it's so surreal. But anyways, I remember working on these and getting the formulas back, and Susie created the best formula. Gosh, I'm like dropping now. I'm so sorry. So I remember Susie was creating the formulas for these, and she wanted something that was a velvet matte. Nothing super matte like your liquid lipsticks matte, but something that was going to give you a matte finish but still moisturize your lips and still give you really healthy looking juicy lips. And she came up with this concept of using cocoa butter as the base instead of like an oil, like the pomegranate oil lipsticks, and adding in rice starch, which really just mattifies any formula, really, that rice starch. This formula is amazing. I don't wear lipsticks ever. I'm more of a lip liner person, a lip gloss, maybe a tinted lip balm, but these are the only lipsticks I wear on a weekly basis. I love ride or die. I back up this formula 100%. I remember I was getting back samples from the lab and just flipping out about how unique this texture is. Velvet is honestly the best way I can explain it. When it goes on your lips, it feels so thin, but the pigmentation is so rich. Such an amazing product. I can't say enough about it. My favorite color is Sandstone. This is the color that I picked out for my gratis. The best looking brown nude I have ever seen, so unique. And I remember getting this back from the lab and I was like, this color is so ugly. Like, I literally try on every single lipstick. There are 12 colors, I believe, that came out, and I remember trying it on every single one. This color in particular, I thought looked so bad on me, and I was like, I'm definitely not approving this one. But then I was walking around and everyone in the office was like, what color are you wearing on your lips? Like, your lips look so pretty. That color looks so good on you. And I was like, are you guys crazy? Because I usually don't go for brown lips. I usually go for more your lips but better colors. And I just thought this one just looked so ugly. And now I just can't get enough of it. It is like the perfect brown nude for me. And I think it's one of the best selling colors of the Cocoa Butter Matte Lipsticks because it is so unique. So that's just a fun fact story about that color. There's just so many different colors in that collection. I just love how versatile the color range is of it. I remember we were only going to launch like 6 colors, and then Brittany, our creative director, was like, no way. She comes in with this beautiful storyboard of a bunch of different colors, even gave them names, and they ended up being the actual names that you see, like Pink Canyon, Sonora, Hyacinth, I don't even know how to say that word, Hyacinthus, Tempest, what else is there? One of my favorite names is Sonora. I think that's such a pretty name, but anyways, she came in with a bunch of bright and bold colors. I'm so glad she did. There's honestly something for everyone. There's neutrals, there's dark vampy colors like aubergine, and then there's really fun and different colors like Tempest, which is a hot magenta. So I personally just love the color range. Oh, I like Marrakesh too. I honestly need to go out and buy the whole 12 collection because that was my project. That is like one of my babies at 100% Pure that I was working on, and just seeing it come to life. Another fun story is the Bullet. So the Bullet is exactly the same as the pomegranate lipsticks, just in a matted metal finish, and it's a darker color. The detailing on the actual Bullet are cocoa leaves, so I think that's just also really cool and just a unique twist on the product. And you know, Brittany did such a great job concepting these ideas, and then Tina did such a great job at designing the actual little leaves, and this is like her illustrations. All these products, you know, it's not my money that was put into buying all the units for everything, buying the formula, you know, there's a lot riding on it for myself. That's not me, that's Rick and Susie, this is their company. But just as as an employee and just working for, you know, a company you believe in so much and wanting to create great products to sell on for the company that you cherish so much and you want to work hard for, I just, you know, that's just what I was. And I really enjoy working in product development anyways. But for the most part, these are just such an amazing product. Honestly, if I had any recommendation for something to try out in the cosmetic category at 100% Pure, I really know that you guys are going to love the Cocoa Butter Matte Lipsticks if you haven't tried them out already, and the Second Skin Concealer and the Baby. Yeah, all the products I mentioned today are honestly amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just seeing a glimpse of maybe just a different view, because I know there's a lot of people on YouTube who have their own brand like Makeup Geek and Jeffree Star, and I love watching their videos and just seeing the creative minds behind these products. But I think it's a really interesting twist to, you know, get to see the opinions and the voices of the people who are just the employees, the people being employed by the company to make an amazing product. You have a different view of it, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure. But anyways, that's it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next. Bye!